Whoa, 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 whoa.
And welcome back to the number one podcast live on Twitch. And if you're new here and don't know what this is and who we are, this is the After Dark Hours, and I'm Justin. And with me we have Dylan and Nolan. And welcome back.
Hola,
What
¿cómo
up?
está?
Guys, como está? Love it.
Jesus. How are you doing?
I am doing terrific. I had such a good day.
Oh yeah, why's that?
I had like an hour of the day while I was at my doctor's office where I was like, if I was a Siamese twin, I would be screwed. Like, I would get in so many fights with the other, like, head on my body. Like, that's what I spent my doctor's appointment thinking about, honestly. But
So what was this doctor's appointment for though?
it was just a regular physical.
I'm surprised I didn't think you could go into doctor's offices yet.
I didn't either. I was kind of like, okay, I guess I will, but I was like, I really don't want to. Like,
How was it? Like, was there a lot of people?
no, empty. I had to call them and like tell them I was in the parking lot. Like, you have to be in your car until a nurse comes out and gets you.
Oh,
And then it was like Fort Knox going in there. They like
yeah.
took my temperature. They had two people. Like, no one was allowed to touch the doorknobs or anything. Like, you weren't allowed to touch
Good.
anything.
Good.
Yeah,
That's
it was
how it
really
should be.
strict.
Dude, because this is perfect because one of the things I wanted to talk about tonight was the fact that the other day I went shopping for Father's Day and what's it called? I went to TJ Maxx and oh my God, was it crowded as hell? I think there had to be 200 people in TJ Maxx, and like
That's
everyone.
I don't think
ridiculous.
I don't think that's legal. Though,
No,
right?
dude, I don't think it's legal either. I literally, like, it's not okay, but I'm not like exaggerating. There was so many people, everyone was crammed in line. By the time I got in line, I was 15th in line, and like the person behind me was like almost touching me, dude.
Oh, that's ridiculous. First, I have always hated when someone is behind me in line and they have room to not like stand right behind me, and
Yeah.
they like stand right behind me. Like, that has always been my biggest like pet peeve. But
No.
especially now, it's even worse. Like, if I don't know you,
Yeah.
don't, like,
Dude, it was the same. I was giving
crowd me.
the person in front of me so much space because I'm like, dude, like, I get it. Like, there's other shit going on now, and you can kind of go back outside, but like, still like a pandemic going on here. Still a thing.
Yeah.
Still a thing.
Yeah. What is where did you go? Like
I went
do you want to say what city?
We
Or
could
like
just
what
say it was
what
in Mass. It
what
was in
state?
Massachusetts.
Yeah. So what phase is Mass in now?
I think they're in
Phase-
phase 2, and then
Yeah,
they're
they're in
like
phase
us. They're gonna be on phase 3 soon.
Yeah, we will.
I
be
thought
in
we were
phase
already out of
two.
phase.
No, next week we start
2.
phase 3.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
What's phase 3?
I don't actually know like the
I'm gonna look
legal
it
term,
up.
but yeah, that would be good if you could.
Thank you.
So
I didn't know if someone knew, like.
Yeah, no idea.
no, yeah. So guys, if you're new here, remember to smash that follow button. Go to our YouTube channel. There's a link down in our profile. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go watch our past podcasts if you're new here, and if you're not, it's good to hear everybody. We see a few people in the chat. It's good to see you guys coming back and
Hell
enjoying it. Got a few new people following, so make sure you guys go do that.
Love to see
Phase
everyone coming
3.
back.
Well, I got phase 3 is supposed to start June 29th. And
Okay.
this was just an article on when it started. This one says, okay.
What?
Reopen phase 3, including, so gyms are still not open in Mass. So
Good.
phase 3 will reopen gyms, outdoor camps, museums, and it's not loading. But the three
Wow.
I'm seeing right here, gyms like outdoor summer camps and yeah, museums. That's
Wow.
I just feel like that's just so unnecessary. Like, why?
Oh, hardcore, yeah.
Why? Like, maybe for the economy, but like, really, how many people are gonna go to
Well,
a museum
no.
right now?
Just like,
It-
hasn't there been like a big ass fucking increase
In
in
cases?
COVID?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
The other day, I think we briefly talked about this at the end of last podcast,
I
which we
love
gotta,
that.
which we do have two things we gotta talk about that we said we were gonna talk about from last podcast. Which one was
Yeah.
the Dasani, but I forget the other one. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh,
yeah, I
fudge.
don't remember the other one either.
Well,
okay,
fudge,
so then we
fudge.
just have Dasani, unless someone else can remember.
Yep. Lying on the chat again. We are just so fucking good.
We are
Mm-hmm.
really good.
But no, that just seems so stupid. Like, like with cases rising again, we need to like, we
And
need to
not
shut
just like
more places
slightly,
the fuck down.
not just
Yeah,
like slightly.
it-
183,000 new cases in
Rhode Island.
No, God, no. Are you kidding me? In the United States, 183,000.
That's on me.
Yeah.
But fucking Mass is way worse than Rhode Island, but Rhode Island's getting hit.
No, they are.
Yeah,
we
but
are.
Mass also has more people too, and like
No, yeah.
more cities. I would say.
Actually,
like not big cities.
what is
Eh,
the
well, yeah.
population of Mass compared to
I know it's
Rhode Island?
Rhode
Because I know
Island's
it's a million.
crowded.
I know it's bigger.
Rhode Island's a million.
Sorry.
No,
I just don't
Rhode
know how many
Island's
are.
crowded.
are
Like,
in a
Rhode Island's
Mass.
small but crowded.
Wait, Rhode Island is the population
Rhode-
is 1 million.
Rhode Island
Yeah.
is 1.2.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh no, it's a 1 million.
I thought it was
yeah.
like
No, we're
7.
crammed in here. No, we're crammed in here.
I'm
Well,
looking
yeah,
it
I
up
thought we
right
were even
now.
more crammed.
No.
No.
About
Alright, well.
6.7 million.
Oh, no way.
For
No
what?
way.
Population of Mass.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Rhode Island.
No, I knew
I
that
thought
was.
I
was gonna
had-
say that was not Rhode Island.
I thought I had the largest
And it
swinging
is
deck.
predicted to go up to 6.8 in 2030. Wow,
Oh.
big jumps.
Big
Thanks,
jumps.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Big
Big
stat
jumps.
guy. Fuck.
Huge
Um,
stat guy.
Nolan, would you want more people in Mass?
Absolutely not.
But is that
Because-
just because you want like your space, or is that just because of COVID? Like, well,
No, I
that's
feel like they're
kinda-
crowded.
That's
Well,
redundant.
Honestly, I'll be honest. I'm not gonna say I live literally out in the country, so like I've never had experience with neighbors, and honestly,
You don't want
I
experience
know
with
I
neighbors,
want
is
to
what
have
you're saying?
experience
Neighbors
with
are tough.
neighbors, but like right now, I just don't want. Yeah, like I said, I just don't want experience with neighbors. Right now, we got the perfect setup. I think I see my neighbor like once a year, and it's just to say hi. Like,
you have
It's
like
perfect.
you have a yearly high meeting.
yeah, pretty much.
Hey, nice weather.
Yeah,
Hey, how you doing?
no. We had neighbors move in down the street 2 years ago, and we still have not gone over and met them yet.
Well, you're just assholes. I would have brought over some sugar by now. Fuck.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I would have necessarily brought over sugar myself, but I would have definitely introduced myself.
All right. You know.
Oh no, I've thought about it, but then I'm like, it's kind of awkward, but I will. But now I'm like, it's also 2 years at this point, so like,
Yeah, no, you have that
So I'm
ship
like, I
sailed.
think
You're
I-
fucked.
yeah.
No.
I'm like, I don't think I can do this anymore.
No, there's
Hey.
no way they're accepting that anymore. They're like,
Walk
oh, thanks.
Walk up to
Fuck you.
walk up to their doorstep. You guys are the new neighbors, right? We've been here for 2 years. Yeah, I know. Just go with it.
Okay.
Long walk. Hey,
So, Mela, what was your day like? But you were supposed to have work, huh? And then you didn't.
yeah. So I woke up at like 11, like strolled out of bed, was like, I'm kind of hungry. Then I started watching YouTube, found out some fuck shit happened well, not even overnight, but like some fuck shit happened that I didn't hear about. And then so I was entertained with that for a fucking long time. And then I asked my mom if she was hungry. I went and got Five Guys, fucked that shit up, watched some more shit
Love
on
Five Guys, not sponsored.
On YouTube.
YouTube. Yep, watch some more YouTubes. And then I went to work, thinking I had work, didn't have work, so that kind
Wow.
of sucked.
You know,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
even
that
I
were
read
gonna make
sucks.
I read the
plans
fucking
today,
schedule
too.
wrong.
Remember, we were gonna make plans today too, a little bit.
I know. I think I heard like, honest to
What?
God, I will put all of the blame on me. I think I heard Krista wrong when she was like explaining like. Because
blame
she
it
asked
on
me.
Krista.
I just said that I was taking all the
I
blame.
know, I was kidding.
I'm just saying. I think like she like breaks down my schedule every week. Like she's like, hey, like we can do something this day. Like we kind of just we're very spur of the moment people. We don't give a fuck if we have plans or not. Like if we're ready, we're ready.
Yeah.
Like so, Chris is not that. Like she likes to plan. So whenever
Yeah.
I get my schedule, I'll send it to her, and I think she told me the right day, and I just heard her wrong.
Just didn't listen.
Shut up, Nolan. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay, Nolan, you can't
Shut
really,
up.
you can't really
Joking.
talk about not
I can't-
listening here.
I can't talk.
No,
I will be so honest.
be honest.
The last time I dated someone, I think half their stories I just did not listen to at all. Like, I really do. Like, I think I would just tune out, like, almost everything at some
Is-
points.
Is one of them me? Because yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks for
Well.
telling me now. Did that feel good getting it off your chest?
I definitely
did.
needed it.
It did. I've been hiding that for a while. I am also very good at not listening when I don't want to.
Oh yeah, you
And
definitely
they-
have selective hearing.
Oh yes.
No,
I do.
that you really danced around that sentence right there. That was impressive.
What?
I can't even think about what it was. Like it was
Yeah.
so you, I couldn't even like say it back to you. It was so out of this world.
Hey, unreal.
Like you talked yourself in a circle, out of a circle, then in a fucking octagon, and then into a fucking and back into a square. I don't know.
I have a way of doing that. I've changed.
But you
changed
got
colors.
you got the right outcome, which fucking pisses me off sometimes. Like, we'll be playing Shelly's skating backwards up the ice. He fucking runs into the ref and then asses a goal in, fucking tit down. Like, what are you
It's
doing?
True, it's so true.
And
Hey,
Justin's getting
I-
set up from the slot every other rush, and he's hitting the post.
All right.
Hey,
I have almost 1,000 goals. All right.
I got the
Yeah,
Someone,
you have, like,
someone
almost
told
2.
me I should play the lottery with my luck. I forget.
No,
who
you
said
really
it.
should, because the fact that you're not dead yet is just out of this fucking world.
We literally
Oh, I'm
think
healthy
about it.
as a horse.
All 3 of us definitely should be dead.
Yeah, I agree.
We definitely
agree
all
with that
had
one.
something that definitely should have killed us already.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does
yeah.
anyone have do you guys have a near-death experience story?
I mean, I could tell my breaks one. You can but you can tell yours first if you want, Mela.
Yeah, I'll go last.
You
Go
share,
first.
Nolan?
Yeah, you came
Yeah.
up with it, Mela. You go ahead. You go.
All right.
Your idea. You take the lead, baby.
All right. I'll drive the bus. So when I was like, 10 or 11, I could hold my breath for like fucking a minute 30. During the summer, I was a fat shit, but like I would go in the water a lot. So like I could hold my breath. You know, not to brag, but Yeah, I know. So I went to the beach with my family, and me and my dad were body surfing waves, and there were like some big fucking waves that day. I don't know if there was a storm before, but they were like probably 3 or 4 feet,
Yeah.
and I was, I was a big kid, but I was still very short. So they were bigger than me, and I got taken by one, shoved to the ground, couldn't breathe, couldn't catch my breath, and then my dad like ripped me up by my bathing suit and was like, "Hey, you're good," and I was like, and I had to like sit down for the rest of the day. It was a rough. It was tough. Yeah, it wasn't fun.
Damn. No,
Yeah.
that doesn't sound fun. I hate to laugh. We can laugh about it now, just like we'll laugh
Yeah,
about
laugh about it
John
now, but
from
like
New Bedford. But
exactly,
yeah.
exactly. If I can, if you can laugh about that, I can laugh about fucking dying,
Yeah.
almost dying.
By the way, can I change the name of that goddamn pickaxe?
Uh,
the way, no, but I wanted to get into. Oh no, fuck. We're talking about the near death experience, right? Yeah. I can
Yeah.
talk about the break, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was on my way to hockey practice, and every single morning at the same time. You know, there's no traffic usually ever. If there is, it's because there's an accident. But we were going along the highway, and a solid 65. I was, I think that's only 5 over the speed limit there, is it, or is it 55 there?
It's 55 there.
55 there. Oh well. I was following the speed of
Yeah.
traffic. I wasn't flying. I had a car in front of me, car behind me, cars to my right. Everyone was just going. And then not apparently, you come up eventually to this little wind-up section where it bears left and then bears back to right. So you have to slow down.
wait, there was a bear.
Oh yeah, ha ha
Um,
ha.
keep going.
Yeah. So we slowed up a little bit, obviously, when we came up to when it goes to the left, but all of a sudden, like, not even fully around the left turn, everyone just came to a dead stop. And like, I was driving a 1999 Honda Accord, not the best car in the first place, but it was good. It lasted me a long time. But yeah, so I pressed on the brakes, and instantly my foot went to the floor. I knew my brakes snapped. I did the first thing you're told to right off the bat, and try to pump the brakes. Maybe they didn't snap, or they just whatever, they slipped or something. Nothing was happening. I pulled the e-brake like almost instantly. That caused my car to get pulled to the left at first, because I also tried to turn to the left because I had to avoid this car that was 15-20 feet in front of me, that all of a sudden is coming to a dead stop. And I went around the left side, scraping the median a little bit and barely missing the car that was in front of me. And of course, the only way I needed to stop was still pulling my e-brake, because at this point it was on my only brakes, and my car started like completely Tokyo drifting to the right, and I was like almost completely facing all the cars that I was just like next to as they're coming to a stop, and like almost hitting me, obviously. And then I ended up all the way in the right lane from the passing lane, and
Wow.
I got away.
Fuck.
I should have smashed into the back of that car, scraped against the median, flipped, or I should have done so many things.
Something was. Wow, that's amazing.
No, yeah, that was
That
a
is-
scary moment. I was shaking for such a long time. After that, my boy had to come get me and bring me to practice.
Fuck.
That's
Sounds like
crazy.
you're kind of shaking, like telling it.
No,
That's-
dude,
that's
it
like-
was not a good day. It was a
Yeah,
bad
no.
day. Literally, dude, I should have been seriously hurt, if not worse.
Shit.
Hey, I got in a
What?
car accident, then played game 2 of the state championship. Car accident like 3 or 4 hours before the game. I was heading to the game and got like in the accident.
Yeah, I've heard this, but like
Yeah,
how?
I didn't hear this. I want to hear it.
So, there's like this intersection, and you have to cut across, and sometimes it's like blind. So like, I stopped for a while actually because there was traffic coming and going, and so then when I mean this person was like at least they were far away. So I went, and like they kept going, and they sped up, and then they T-boned me. And like
Jesus.
there's proof that they didn't, because someone was telling us that if the airbag, because their airbags didn't go off and they hit us face first, which means that the brakes were not touched at all. Like if the airbag goes off, at that speed, I guess the brakes have to be touched. It's something weird like that. We heard it from someone. So like there's evidence that they didn't touch their brakes once. And so we pulled over, we got all the information, and my truck ate this thing. There was just a crater in my truck. This whole car was missing like their whole front end, and my truck just has this little crater in it, and like still drivable.
Little crater?
Oh, it could fit like my ass.
Yeah, but a crater is supposed to be huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a crater on the door. We'll go with that.
All right.
But it was still drivable. So I went back home. My parents drove me to the game, but I was driving the truck the next day. I drove that truck. It happened in March. I drove that truck with that crater in that door for like a month or two. Like that crater was there for a while.
Damn, yeah,
But,
I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, my near-death experience was at work. Working at a marina, there are these things called tuna towers.
So
And-
that wasn't the near-death experience.
No.
No, that wasn't.
That
I
was
got a
him just
few
saying he had a
near-death-
car accident because I talked about a car accident almost.
Yeah. So these tuna towers, when they're on a bridge boat, I'm gonna look. I never looked up how high they are. I'll tell you how high they are. But so when you're like working there, you have to go up and wash them. And I was working with a good friend from our high school, and oh wait, no, I wasn't that day. Never mind. And
Okay.
but this kid goes, I weigh too much. I can't go up there. And I'm like, wow, awesome. So I had to scale up there. Like, you know the boats where you drive up on top?
Yeah.
So add another 20 feet to where you drive, but it's all open up there. And your job is to clean the the steel or the rods, like the steel rods and the handlebars and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So everything up there is literally slippery. Like you put your hand on there and you're slipping. And so I did that whole thing, and like there's no way around it. And I went to get down, and I felt my hand slip out like from one of the grips, and I just caught myself with the ladder. But that thing was like still slippery too. But like I just caught myself. I thought I was going in. Like
No, yeah.
that was scary. Those things, you do not want to work on those things.
No,
And
Yeah, no, I'm glad. I would gladly stock some fruit.
I'll stay away.
I don't know how people go out there, like in the ocean, with tuna towers. I'm looking up the height of most tuna towers.
Yeah, no, that's a no for me, dog.
Yeah, no, I'm just not about that.
That is a hard no.
I'll do a lot of things. That's definitely not one of them.
Yeah, no, fuck that. I'll go fishing on a lake. I love just like a lake day. There's nothing better than a lake day. Like a beach day is nice, but there are too many people. But a nice lake day.
Oh, especially by yourself or just with very minimum people. It's like no, I mean not by yourself. I mean like you're with your group by yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not talking.
Hey,
about,
oh,
I'm not talking
okay,
about
hey,
lonely. I'm talking about
I'm
just
smell-
you. Yeah.
I'm smelling what you're stepping in. Fucking no, like I just because like there's so much you can do and not get like just not get shit for it.
No, I
'Cause-
know.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Anywhere else you're gonna get shit for anything.
And to be
Well-
honest, it just right now, I don't even really want to go to a beach anyway right now. It's
Yeah,
just-
true. There's way too many fucking people.
And everyone's just trying to go. It's like, just stop. It's not okay. It's really not.
Yeah. Yeah, no, thank you.
Did you find that?
Nolan, how many? Well,
No, I was talking about
Um,
if you found the height.
I
Yeah.
saw one for 30 feet,
Okay.
but
That's
I know that one
frickin'
wasn't
high.
30 feet. But that one was a little shorter. That one was probably like 20 feet or more.
Still.
yeah, still
25
falling
feet.
20 feet is no fucking bueno.
Oh no, trust me. Oh, I was after that. Like I walked up and like my boss was like, "You good, bud?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll stick to waxing boats today. I'm not going any height.
I think I'm done.
I think I'm going home right now." I'm like, I gotta go change my underwear.
Do you
I'll
guys
see
want
you
to?
later.
Do you guys want to hear a story about my dad falling 19 feet?
Jesus Christ, yeah, I'd love to.
So, I don't know. Well, some of you guys that are listening know my dad, but he is an absolute psychopath. He only has 9 fingers. He cut one off. He cut one off on a fucking skill saw when he was like 30, I think. So this was after that. When he was like 32, I'd say, he was doing like I think he was siding a house or he was building a house or something like that, but he had staging up, and he went to take a step and he only had like one plank, so the staging fell. I think the thing was rotted, and he fell right on his he fell on his ankle and his elbow, and fucking. So he broke his left ankle and his right elbow. He's a righty, so it's kind of fucked.
No, yeah.
But that weekend, they were going. Oh wait, sorry, I'm getting the stories mixed up. My bad.
No, good.
So after that, fucking he, like a couple days after that, I'd say a week after that, my mom and dad locked themselves out of the house,
Oh, nice.
and he had to climb up the fire escape because I don't know what the fuck my mom was doing, but she couldn't. But with a cast on his right arm and a fucking cast on his left ankle, he had to climb up that shit, and he did it.
Damn.
But
He really did.
fuck.
that. Holy
no,
shit.
like my mom will not tell me bullshit, and she was
No,
like,
I bet.
"No, he's done it." I don't know.
That was just like me, just like in shock. I'm
Yeah.
like, damn.
And but after he
Imagine seeing
Cut.
Santa Claus go up your fire escape.
I mean, it was my house, but no, yeah. But
Wow.
after he cut his finger off, he cut his left index finger off for point of view. The doctor was like, sorry, my mom and dad were going on a couples trip to like Vermont to go skiing. And they were like, the doctors were like, all right, if you go, you can't drink because you're going to be on pain meds. He was like, all right, I just won't drink. I mean, not won't drink. He won't take his meds, so he just drank the whole time.
He was feeling good though. Don't worry. He didn't
I
feel
think
any pain.
they said that they brought like 10 fucking 30 racks for the weekend. I was like, holy fuck. And my mom didn't
That's-
drink. And my mom doesn't drink, so it was just 2 people, 2 guys.
Just having a good weekend.
Yeah.
That's
That's what-
crazy.
I'm just trying to aspire to be my dad in the end of it. With all 10 fingers.
Yeah, say with all 10 fingers. Oh, that's funny. But I did see someone else.
My dad can tell a story though. I fucking can't. Sorry.
No, you're
What were
good.
you gonna say?
No, I was just gonna say that the Dasani thing, because I saw someone also ask about it a little bit back. But I wanted to get into that because that's kind of a huge thing. That's a huge conspiracy theory. When you go to Six Flags or any amusement park or anything, What's the water that they sell there? All the time.
Dasani. It's only Dasani too.
What's the water
Nothing
sold
else.
at not stores, like the stands, like at like a hockey game or whatever or anything?
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, yeah, it's always
Aquafina.
Dasani.
Bro, they
Or
literally
Dasani.
Or
Yeah.
yeah.
they put
Well, the same. Aren't they the same thing?
with what Dasani and what?
Aquafina.
Oh.
And
I think
Dasani and
Dasani
Aquafina.
is Aquafina.
Okay.
How about
I
Smart
think,
Water?
right?
No, Smart Water's
Smart
good
Water's
water.
really
Smart
good water.
Water had. I know, but I've seen those sold too at places like a lot, like sporting events now.
Because they can sell them for a lot. They sell them for like $5 a freaking
Yeah,
bottle.
no, I know.
But no, but Dasani literally, and people have like done tests and stuff. Like I don't know if you know who Shane Dawson is. He did a whole series on it and a conspiracy theory. He always does that kind of stuff. He's huge. He's pretty big. But they literally put chemicals and salt in the water so that you're thirsty for more or to buy other things. That's why Dasani partners with all the roller coaster, like Six Flags, all those places. So
Are you serious?
No,
That's genius
it's
marketing.
literally like almost
That is-
proven.
But who cares? That is brilliant marketing.
Yeah, but
Brilliant.
what else are they putting in that water that's making you thirsty? And I don't feel like that's okay. I feel
Oh
like,
no, I don't think it's okay either. But I'm just saying, like, whoever came up with that is honestly brilliant. Like, I give credit to him. That is a brilliant
I do,
business idea.
but at the same time, why is this allowed by the
Still
FDA?
legal.
Wha-
Are you-
what- Like that's a serious question though. Like why does the
Yeah, it's
FDA
still illegal.
allow that? Like this is all like, and this brings me into this whole thing. I've been watching podcasts and everyone's saying lately the government is just so sketchy. Everything is just so sketchy, and it seems like a lot is being like brought up and like found and like just bad things. And I just feel like they're not
Truthful
they're not
about a lot of things.
They're not
a lot of
helping
things
us.
they've done.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they're not.
going to the let's talk about some COVID examples. If I watched a YouTuber, he has a podcast, name's Mark Donor. A few people might know him. But he has this podcast now, and he was talking about how he made one video that talked about and showed all the riots and everything, and that video popped off. It went crazy. I think it got millions of views. And then he made another video of him just going to peaceful protests and covering that. And that thing he said it did like hit the worst out of all his videos. Like it barely got seen. Like the media is just covering things up too. And like I just like, who do we trust if we can't trust the news where all they're doing is showing all the riots, all the bad things, all the terrible things going on, and then hiding like the good shit under the rug, Like
yeah,
what else
but
is
that,
going
I feel
on?
like that's. I feel like as I get older, like, the
What?
news is just like. You can't trust one news source. You have to do your own research on a lot of shit. Like,
No,
I watch. I don't watch TV for news. I watch YouTube for news. Like, but I won't watch only one person because that's one person's opinion, and like I don't know.
Okay, but if you looked, it did not, when the riots and everything were going down, did they not once show how a peaceful protest was going on, or did they just mostly show all the bad shit, the rioting, the looting, talking about that, making this seem like this is just all their fault, like they're bad, they're the ones causing this, when they've done years and years of peaceful protesting and their voice is just not being heard, so they don't know what else to resort
Can
to.
Can I be honest?
Of course.
Yes,
That's what we're here for.
Really?
we are here to be honest.
For the past probably week and a half, I haven't seen. Well, not.
No,
not
I
even,
know.
Probably before that, I haven't seen anything with
It
the
all.
Lulu.
I was gonna.
Everything's been about the peaceful protests.
I
haven't like.
I wouldn't
it's
say
just-
that.
it's-
I haven't seen.
Not everything, but fucking 85% of it, if not more, because like, it's all in who you follow.
I mean, no,
It's
I'm
not-
talking about news sources, like every news
I
media.
know.
So it's.
I get that, but I'm saying with the YouTube shit, they most of the YouTube people talk about the real world shit, and they talk about like they will tell you facts, and then they will kind of sprinkle in what they are like, what they think about that. And
mean,
I'd rather that than Fox News or like
I mean,
CNN or one of those, just literally telling you wrong bullshit. You know?
I mean,
Well,
it's not like it's not proven. Like he did 2 videos back to back. One where he went to peaceful protests, and one where he covered what the rioting
Yeah.
looked like after and stuff. And that video was recommended on the top trending for, he said, over a day. And his other video on the peaceful protest was just like hidden, and they didn't want it
Really?
they didn't allow it to be monetized. Not like it had a copyright strike and he still made some money. It got the yellow dollar sign with the X over it. It is not allowed to be monetized. I'm telling you, man, this media is just, they're not here for us. They're here for themselves, and they want to make this place look bad to make themselves better, to get more ratings, to get this shit, to get that, to get views, to get everything.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like the hospitals where I forget how much money they made on every COVID death, but the hospitals made money on every COVID death.
See, like
So,
with the people that I like follow, I didn't hear bullshit about that. I haven't heard anything about like wrong COVID deaths. Well, I've
you gotta look
seen,
it up. They're not
I've
gonna
seen-
go out and.
I've seen Donald Trump like at rallies say like he's kind of joked about how like wrong the COVID deaths are.
Yeah.
But it,
like
and how how they would or he would cut funding to test to stop like the rise of the numbers of the positive tests. It's just all just fucking hullabaloo to me.
No,
Goes in one-
I know. I
It's
agree
just
with
like
that. I
what the
do.
fuck.
It's all just, it's tough. I don't, obviously we're not going to be able to sit here and prove this is all just, basically me pulling out of my ass.
Justin,
but
you got to get that checked out.
what?
That fucking echo, buddy.
Me?
Yeah.
I
You
didn't
just-
hear it.
Dude.
Don Bridge in the chat just said it's just all freaking tough. So I mean,
well, dude, I read the chat half the
get a
time
new
and use
cake,
their
kid.
stuff anyway, so I
I
can't
know,
believe you're
it's
just
fine.
saying that now. But
hey, just trying to bring some comic relief. Just fuck myself. Sorry.
no, I know.
All
I'm
this
just,
bullshit.
I'm just
fucking
saying-
trying.
I know, dude. I thought that was like your first time noticing it. I was like, nah. I've stolen them a few times.
But what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, like I said, I don't think I could prove it. Obviously, and I don't think anybody can prove it. But don't you think we should freaking know what's going on? Don't you think we deserve to know the truth? Like, we're all living here, just like you
Oh
are.
yeah. Oh yeah. I don't get why news sources lie. Like, what is the benefit of? I mean, never mind. I take that all back, because the people that they are like saying good shit towards, it's like a fucking sponsorship for
No, I
fucking
know.
for like a YouTuber. Like
Yeah.
if fucking, I don't know, this
Gucci?
is all hypothetical. If Shane Dawson got sponsored by Dollar Shave Club and his nuts got fucking nipped, then he can't say that because they paid him. You know? Like, he has to say only good shit about that company. Same thing if Donald Trump pays CNN or Fox News or whatever the fuck. And the people that run that are just kind of like, that's how they view life. But like, that's just a hypothetical. Like,
No, I know.
it's
No.
just an example of how maybe some shit works,
It's how most of things work, dude. Everything's just too political. Everything's too political. Everything.
No.
I know. I feel like I didn't want to bring politics into like the podcast type shit.
No,
but, like,
I know.
Well,
But it's not like
This
it's-
is more
well,
media than.
yeah,
it's
Yes.
also
This
also
is
like
more
the
media.
only thing going on
I
during the
know.
pandemic.
There's almost
when
nothing else to
Yeah.
talk about.
dude, oh my god, I cannot fucking wait for the NHL to come back. I think
know, same.
they come
It's-
back. They're set to start the 30th, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I have it right here.
Did
The qualifying
Austin
rounds.
Matthews really get COVID, or is this just
Yes,
stupid shit
that was
I'm
a-
seeing on?
Did he
That was
actually?
Oh yeah.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. That's a big one. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
mean, well, that's
Yeah, that's the whole. Well, not the
That
whole.
has to be
thing,
pausing
team,
it, right?
Not what. Leafs team.
that has to be
No.
slowing it down a little bit. No, really?
Slow. What do you mean? Slowing him down? Oh fuck.
no,
yeah.
no. I'm saying slowing the process down because then they don't have to.
No.
Don't they have to retest all the teammates?
No.
Because then the
They're
teammates
just-
could
like-
have it. The coach.
Well, yeah, they're testing everyone, but it said only he got it from
Okay.
that
Well, that-
report and
well, that's
from what
good.
everything
just-
that I've seen.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just saying. I figured they would have to, sit back and reevaluate the situation, maybe to see where if he went somewhere else. Like I don't know, he could have hung out
Yeah.
with someone else on another team. Then he spread it to a whole nother team. Like who knows? I'm just saying.
I mean, I guess
That is
Um,
true. I didn't think about the other team thing.
Because it's not like, let's be honest, it's not like they're not hanging out. Like we
Oh, yeah,
we
no.
see it. Some of them make YouTube videos together. Some of them,
Yeah, even
live
Trevor
stream
Bauer.
together. Yep. Yep.
If you guys don't know
Oh.
Trevor Bauer, he's he's a pitcher for I think he's on the Reds now. He's the one
Is
that
he
went
on the
viral
Reds?
on the Indians. He went to get fucking pulled from a game and he hucked the ball over the center field
Oh,
wall.
yeah.
he got traded after that. But he's big into he's like a baseball nerd. And he does a lot of YouTube shit with his teammates and people in the MLB, and they're together. I mean, yeah, they're social distancing, but
Dude, and
that
that's
was in air quotes. Fuck, I
Alex
forgot I'm on a
Kalor-
podcast.
Do you know Alex Kaloran on the?
Yeah,
Lightning?
exactly.
He's doing that thing where he's going dock to dock.
Doc
he always
talk.
Says dock talk. He always says he's gonna pull up the Brady stock.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for that day. I watched one
Yeah.
of the videos. It's pretty good, but it goes to a really good cause too. It's to the cause is to the Tampa school district because in Tampa there's just not a lot of areas where kids can get laptops for online or have Wi-Fi. So they're raising money so if kids ever have to go to online school again and then they'll be able to have laptops, and even if they don't, the kids will still be able to get books and supplies for school. So
that's really good.
yeah,
I mean, but how many fucking Lightning players have fucking COVID now?
Oh yeah, I mean, I guarantee that might be that might
that's
be all
true.
over the media if a few of them come out positive. That will
Well,
go
they
everywhere.
have.
I thought you just said he was the only one.
Lightning have.
Yeah,
I
Oh, I thought
remember
you said the
fucking
Leafs.
saving the Bleacher Report shit on my phone.
I'm
Fucking
sorry, I thought you said the Leafs.
Friday at you're good. Friday at 1:30, Tampa Bay has had to temporarily close facilities after multiple players and staff tested positive. TSN.
wow,
That's not good.
that
That's not good.
hurts.
Yeah, but it's kind of just they're saying it's like a fucking oops, you got a sprained hamstring. You're on the DL kind of thing if you have COVID now. They're just kind of pushing through.
Oh,
They're trying
So,
their
they
best,
don't
obviously,
care.
but
you gotta call up from the AHL if someone has COVID, I guess.
yeah.
How is
But then they
now,
have to fucking.
How is that gonna work in the middle of play? Can you say you got an injury? Can you pull someone up in playoffs? Because isn't there something where they?
Yeah, I think you've always
Yeah,
been
I'm
able to
sure
pull
there's a-
someone
Yeah.
up if in emergency
But
situations.
how is
Because
that?
isn't that how Matt Bartowski and fucking Torrey Krug got their fucking claim to fame in Boston? They were they got called up for their and
You're
Cale
right.
McCarr, even Cale McCarr last year in the playoffs, it was his first shit. And McAvoy
No.
a couple years
Cale
ago.
McCarr was in there a little bit earlier, a little bit.
No, I thought it was his first game.
No, because remember they went to the national championship, then he came in.
Yeah. So he was in college and then they signed him.
Yeah, national championship happens in March. and so he went in the weekend after literally in that weekend he won the national championship, and
Yeah.
then the next Tuesday he played. I don't think the NHL playoffs were exactly going on yet. I think he came in like a week before the playoffs.
All right, then
Week or
McAvoy.
two.
I know for fuck sure that he was his first games were in the
Yeah,
playoffs.
Yeah,
You know
definitely.
what I was thinking? I was thinking about, you know how like there's a rule in high school, and I don't know about college where they can't play like in playoffs unless they have a certain amount of like games played.
Yeah, I
I
think
was
it's
thinking
minutes.
that.
It's minutes, I
Um,
think now. Yeah.
Yeah, but oh, oh, God, where was? Oh, how is that gonna work? Say you have someone get injured, you can't have the AHL team like training, and the AHL's not up. They closed down for the whole season. So you think about it, you get an injured player, like kind
It's
of
the luck of
screwed.
the draw.
Yeah, you're screwed if
No.
your team gets injured.
You really
You
are.
have no one. You have no one warmed up in the back seat. Like they have to find a way to at least like have something like
Yeah,
let
have
the
like
teams carry more players. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that that's what like they're talking about now. Like in the days
Yeah.
that we don't get the reports and shit. Like
Yeah.
this is the shit that they're talking about and trying to bang out.
Yeah, but
Um,
that's gonna suck because at least like when the regular playoffs are going on, the AHL playoffs are going on too. So
no,
like,
the AHL playoffs got canceled.
no, I know, but I said
Oh.
usually.
Oh my
So,
bad.
like,
Yeah.
Usually these guys are staying warm, so it's not like they're going right to the NHL with no warm up. But
Yeah,
now
but
it's
that's
kind of
everyone
like,
too. That's everyone now.
no, I know, but like I'm talking like once we're into the middle of playoffs, like
Yeah.
I mean,
Third,
a
fourth
lot of
round.
these teams aren't gonna have any guys like the way it's set up now aren't gonna have any guys ready if there's an
Yeah.
Well, yeah. It's just all big a what if, you know. But it's like
yeah.
there's nothing
It's
they
the
can really
luck
do
of the
about
draw.
it right now. You know, this is a once in a lifetime, thing that's
The
going on
COVID
right
Cup,
now.
baby.
Let's
I-
get her done.
Yeah, but like they, it would be so much worse if they didn't give out a Stanley Cup this year.
Oh, dude, it would be 10 times worse. Like you gotta play. You gotta play.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
you gotta
they-
give the fans something. And they
Oh,
want
Yeah,
to.
you
is
can't
the-
play. You can't play 72 or 68 or whatever games in a season out of 82 and not.
Hockey is the only
Yeah.
the only professional sport right now that looks like they want to play. I mean,
No,
baseball.
actually.
I don't know how the baseball thing's going, but I know basketball had a few players that were like, should we really be doing this? I don't know if hockey really had a lot of people speak out against this, but I know basketball's having a few players starting to speak. But I know one's Kyrie, so
Yeah, we can talk about him in a second. But at 6:04 tonight, players vote against the proposal that the MLB set before. I forget what the fuck that even was, but
wow.
Yeah, I don't remember.
The
that was to
MLB
play that was
The
to play the 60 game season. And then at 6:35 it says MLB players committed to 2020. Players remain fully committed to proceeding, getting back on the field for the fans, for the game, and for each other. And then an hour ago was at about 10 o'clock, 9:50. Commissioner to impose 60 game season if players report by July 1st and agree on health and safety protocols, which basically means that he got mad and was like, man, we're gonna do a 60 games. And the MLB 8 minutes ago, MLBPA expected to vote yes. There's a strong expectation the players' union will approve the MLB's proposed plan to return.
Well, I feel like the MLB is also just kind of like the PA Association is just kind of done with the bullshit of this commissioner in a way. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, he's just been throwing so bullshit their way and the fans' way too. Like, the other week I heard he told people like Monday, like, oh yeah, we're 110% having baseball. literally like Wednesday, he came out with the statement, and he's like, "I don't think this is going to. I do not expect baseball in 20 like shit along that. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yeah.
Like he's just
No, he doesn't respect like the players at all. I feel like
Yeah.
he seems like he wants to make everyone happy, but you can't make everyone happy. You gotta like
You
in
gotta
this in this shit situation, you gotta make the best out of everything. So like
I feel like he's just
Yeah,
putting on a
see-
show, and I feel like he just wants to make
see,
himself
but
happy and get that bag.
Yeah,
also
he's trying to fucking do damage control like fucking Roger Goodell with the Ray Rice situation, and he's trying to bring down the hammer so
Mhm.
hard, and now like he was trying to play with them and be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do it, we're gonna get it done, and then just nothing happened, and then he's like, oh wait, no, I still got a big dick, and then just like is like, yeah, we're gonna play the 60 games, like just he just seems like a bitch. Honestly.
He really
I
does.
don't think you're gonna see him after this. Honestly, I think the players are gonna.
I think he's
kind
done
of.
for.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know
I don't know.
how long is his
Yeah,
contract.
I don't know how long.
Aren't the MLB commissioners under contract like everything else?
They are, but I
Um,
think you can be terminated.
Well, yeah,
I really
but like
do.
you
I
can't be
think,
like
yeah,
ousted.
but I think like literally either almost every team or every not owner has to agree
like
upon
veto
it.
you the fuck out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
That's
not like
right.
just
But-
like a
I
semi-group
don't-
decision. It has to be like the whole league.
A lot of aren't happy with him right now.
Well, yeah, no, because he's a fucking he's just manipulating all of the players to get the most money for the teams. It's this is all fucked up.
Yeah,
But these players also have to understand that they're not like they're acting like this is still America's pastime. Like they don't have the viewing that they used to have either.
not even close.
Yeah, no, but it like I said, I think in the last podcast, if they were the first ones back, if they fucking got their shit together like they should have, maybe we would have. It would be the only thing on right now, and they
It's
just
true.
they dropped the
And
fucking
they-
they dropped the ball hardcore.
They could have capitalized. They could have made way more money than they were expecting. But
Yeah,
they
I feel
totally
like-
just missed out.
I feel like baseball, like if not behind basketball, reaches probably the most countries. Like it's it's really it's up there with one of the most diverse sports.
It really is.
Like,
it is.
Like it's fucking it ain't
Soccer's
hockey.
the most diverse.
Exactly, but like it's a very diverse sport. So if everyone in the world's doing nothing but watching your sport, think of how many more people it's gonna fucking. We're gonna have a whole nother generation of kids that are fucking like going to school excited to talk about the fucking game that they watched. Like, and yeah, like in elementary school, I was like, I didn't have a lot of people to talk to really. But
Yeah.
I knew if I went up to someone and was like, "Hey, did you watch the Red Sox game last night?" We'd have a conversation. You know.
Yeah.
So I think if they capitalized and they really did, they got their shit together.
Pulled their head out of their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They woke up
it
and
wa-
realized that they could have made even a bigger bag.
Yeah, the kids not like today would grow up like that, or in theory, obviously.
No, I know.
Yeah, no.
Well, guys, I did forget to mention earlier, but Mike will be joining us in the second hour. I don't know if you guys.
Oh, really? He is?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna join.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally
Yeah, we
forgot.
didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's dude.
You didn't say anything. I was like,
No,
"Are
I
you not
know.
Coming tonight.
No, I texted him right before, and he said, "Yeah, I'm down. I'll be on for the second hour." So he'll be here,
Fucking
guys. Some of
right.
you might know who he is. Some of you might not. We've got a few new people, so stick around if you want to find out who he is. Ask him some questions. We always do a Q&A at the end, so we should be doing that. So stick around.
Or well, I might try and pull out the Q&A at like 10:50.
Yeah, like we might be 5
Okay.
minutes into Mike being here, and
I-
he might pull it out.
I want to bring up, and
What's
it's just been like, I watched the show Narcos the other day. It's taken me years, but what has amazed me, and I just couldn't get over it, is the net worth Pablo Escobar had. Like,
Oh, I know.
this man was burying money. like burying money
Oh yeah.
in the jungle.
Did you finally?
And
Is
then
that what you did?
giving
You
money
started
away.
watching what we told the thing on Netflix, right?
Yeah, and there's
Let's
a
go.
Narcos Mexico one now too.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
I want to start watching that one once I'm
Hey,
done
I
with
have dropped the ball, and I'll be honest,
What?
have not watched it.
Really?
You have to.
You have to.
You
No.
have
You
to
actually,
watch it.
actually
I
have
went
to.
I'm sorry, I went to fucking go on my Netflix on my Xbox, but I don't know if my brother changed the password or what. But I need to get his password again. So like, shit.
Oh, that
Yeah, I get that.
sucks.
That
I need to
sucks.
get that. I need to
You
get
need
that.
to get that password.
Yeah, you
It's
really do.
so good because it's just unreal. There is so much you can like just learn about this guy, and I mean nothing to, and I don't want to be like praising a drug dealer, but like that guy's like mind in business was actually like super smart, like
I mean, Nolan,
unbelievably smart.
did
He
you
did-
like
he
fucking
made-
Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The same. So you're fine. Like
He made
Nobody-
great with what he was given, and
nobody
sadly,
thinks you're
Yeah.
praising
drugs.
a drug dealer. It's entertaining. It's a fucking documentary. It's not
No,
nobody's
Yeah, if you don't like
nobody's
the
pooping down-
documentary, you're not. You know,
It-
we're not
it was
assuming you're a
kinda
cokehead.
nobody's pooping in Cheerios over
It was,
over it.
but you learned so much about him that you never learned it. I was talking to my friend today, about the show because I met up with him, to drop the cooler off, and then we went into like a cooler that he brought off, and we went into like an hour conversation about it, and he said that Pablo Escobar's brother wrote a book that goes into more depth than Narcos goes into.
Oh damn.
And I guess
didn't
the
know that.
book is just like 100 pages or something like
Well,
that.
fuck, I can't
And he's-
read.
He said he read it and it was like amazing. Couldn't put it down. Like you learn so much more. You learn ways that they smuggled the stuff across, like
Yeah.
the actual ways. It's unreal. I'm looking up
They
the
don't
book
hold
right
anything
now.
back. They
Yeah,
give out all
no.
the facts.
They kind of give out a lot of. They don't give out like all, but they give out a lot because
Yeah, I mean,
The
shit.
guy's
If I get the password, I'll give it a watch. It's not. I'm not saying I won't, but you
mean,
know.
Dude, I'm telling you, like literally, like this person said, you will just not want to stop watching. I blew through it, and I was so pissed when I was upset because it was just so. I mean, when I was upset, when I was done, it was just so good.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
Like if I gotta give you mine, I'll give you mine.
Hey, I mean, shit, I'll take it.
Maybe we'll see.
Do you want to invite Mike into
Yeah,
the
if you
thing
could,
now?
that would be great. I'll send him a text
Oh well,
just to make
fuck.
sure.
I had a segment lined up, fucking that I want to talk about, but yeah, no, I'll invite him. I'll invite him. Shit,
I
I
mean,
got it.
Well, there-
like I said, dude, when I go on Discord on my PC, I can't invite anyone unless they're not in the server, and I can invite them to the server. It's weird.
hey, you're not
Mm-hmm.
gonna believe the book's name, Escobar.
Oh wait, no.
Oh no way!
Yeah,
Thanks, Nolan.
you're welcome.
Mil,
You are
Sorry.
what?
Never mind. Go ahead.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Oh,
I did-
there's one written by his wife or Mrs. Escobar.
Nolan.
Yeah.
Nolan, is that just a book with it's probably just like it's probably a kid's book. The illustrator's name is fucking like
He's coming.
Deborah Escobar or some shit.
No, it's literally named Mrs. Escobar: Life with Pablo.
Oh, hey, maybe not. It's on me.
Maybe, yeah, that's definitely what they're reading to little kids.
No, definitely.
Pull it up pictures, and there's just white powder on the picture. Like today, kids, we'll be reading about Pablo Escobar. Go tell your parents you know who this guy is.
Fuck yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Fuck yeah. I'm Mike.
Oh, Mike's here. Mike, you don't have to mute, bro. You can mute. Welcome, Mike. We told him you were coming. How you
Here.
doing, bud?
Hi,
What's
Dad.
up?
What's up, boys?
How we
you
doing?
been?
Good. Yourself?